All right, so this is a factoring technique that we can use for polynomials called the sum and difference of cubes. And so this is just one of the ways that we can start to try to solve these kind of polynomials. But it has to meet very specific conditions. First of all, it can only be two terms. It can only be a binomial, which this number 3 is here. The other condition is that both of the terms have to be perfect cubes, meaning there has to be a base that can be taken to the third power. So notice how it's m cubed here. So m cubed is a perfect cube because it's to the third power. But 64 isn't to the third power, but is there a number we can change this to, so something to the third power that would equal 64? Well, yes, as a matter of fact, 4 to the third power would give me 64. So both of these are perfect cubes. And if that is the case, here's the technique we use to factor this. Okay, what we do is we take the first term, 4 cubed, and just write 4. And we just write m, the second term. And whatever sign is there, we write. And by the way, I'm going to write this acronym up here. I have to give credit to a fantastic TA I have called Solomon. Named Solomon, I should say. And the acronym is SOAP. And SOAP is going to help us remember what signs go in between each numbers. So the S in SOAP stands for the same, meaning it was subtraction. And so I wrote, it was 64 minus m cubed. So we write the same sign. So we put the minus sign there. Okay. All right. Next step, we write a trinomial this time. And the trinomial would take the first term and the last term just like before. But now we're going to square both of them. We're going to square both of them. And the reason why is because 4 minus m is actually a factor already. Because if I were to solve 64 minus m cubed equals 0, the answer would be 4. But in order to, I had to make them a factor, I had to write in parentheses. So m equals 4, we write it as the factor 4 minus m, or m minus 4. Okay? And so if I take out one of the m's, I still have 2 left, so that's why I'm squaring both terms in the second parenthesis. And the way we get the middle term of the trinomial is we multiply 4 times m, ignoring the sign in the middle. So we don't have to worry about the minus sign there, but 4 times m is 4m. Okay? Now, here's where the SOAP acronym comes in. O stands for opposite, meaning if I had a subtraction in the first parenthesis, I do the opposite in the next slot. So the opposite of minus is plus. And then AP in the SOAP is always positive. So that's always going to be positive, meaning this operation here is a plus sign. Okay, and so those are our signs, and what you do is we simply reduce 4 squared and m squared, which 4 squared becomes 16. So 16 plus 4m plus m squared. So that is how you factor the difference of a cube. And again, if it was addition, meaning the sum of a cube, you just follow the only trick is making sure you follow the signs. But if you use the acronym SOAP, it doesn't matter. Meaning, if it was 4 plus m, then the next term would be the opposite in subtraction, and then the last one's always positive. So that's kind of a quick rundown of sum and difference of cubes, and we'll get into more complex ones here in other videos. But here's the basics.